Hey y'all, welcome to this week's Table Talk.
Yes.
We're your hosts, Diamond and Silk. Silk.
Yeah.
Girl, it's been a long week.
It's been a long, beautiful week, but I'm glad that I'm here.
Well, let me tell you what's been going on in the news.
What's been going on?
Well, you know, we had the debates on Tuesday.
Yes.
And old Jeb Bush.
Jeb.
He was trying to get about it.
Oh.
Did you see him?
I saw
What
him.
you think about it?
Girl, let me tell you something. Wrong move, Jeb. Wrong move.
It was the wrong move.
Yes. I think he was like a plant. Planted. I think that's what it was.
He was like a plant.
Yeah, like a plant. Planted.
I think that whoever is advising him is advising him the wrong way.
Exactly.
Because you don't come for Donald.
That's right.
Because you know we're going to come for you.
Yeah, he not know that.
Another thing, Jeb Bush is 3% in the polls. Why is he still up on that stage? He should have been backstage counting marbles. Backstage count marbles.
Yeah.
I mean, we could have found him something to do instead of being on that platform.
Exactly.
And another thing about his campaign manager or whoever's advising him.
Yeah.
Why do they have him spending all of this money? I think I heard now, and I could be wrong, so we'll say allegedly. Allegedly, he may have spent up to $50 million in attack ads, girl, and he's only at 3% in the polls.
He would have did better off just donating that money to our veterans.
But you know what? Now he's running on a conservative platform. How is that conservative?
That don't look like conservative.
That is not conservative because
that's not conservative.
You don't take and blow your money like that.
That's being wasteful.
He's being very wasteful.
Yes.
So if he's wasteful now in his campaign, you know how it's gonna look when we get. And if he ever become, well, I don't even want to mention.
Don't even put that out into the air.
Yeah, I'm not even going. We're not gonna put that out there in the universe because that's a no. That's a no.
He ain't even no.
Well, we don't want him to know. We still stopping for Trump,
that's
baby.
Right.
That's who the number one uno. And you know what? I was looking at the debates. I said, nobody has a platform.
Nobody.
But Donald Trump. Everybody followed off of Donald Trump platform.
Yes, honey.
You notice that? What you think about that?
That's all the conversation was about. Everything that Donald Trump brought up and they tried to take and break it down, that's all the conversation was about. So what they need to do is basically follow the leader.
Follow the leader and get in line, form a line,
that's right.
Stand behind him,
and
let's go ahead and make him the nominee.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Because they didn't have a platform.
No.
Nobody would have been talking about national security or securing our border had it not been for Donald Trump.
Exactly.
Nobody would have been talking about
that. That's why they kept leading with the questions with Trump. Trump. Because it's all about Trump. That's right.
But you know what I didn't like?
What didn't you like?
He's the front runner.
Yeah.
And I think he should be respected.
Oh, most
as such.
definitely.
And to me, it felt like we were on a talk. It was a talk show instead of a debate.
But what it is you got a lot of people that's trying to take him as a joke and not realizing that he is for real.
That's right, baby.
Period.
He's for real.
He's for real.
He's for real. He can't be. Don't take him as a joke because he's not no joke now. He's the real deal.
He is the real.
He's the real deal. He's the real deal. Listen, I watched the debates and Jeb Bush just really irritated me.
Okay.
He just really irritated me. And it's time for Jeb Bush to drop out. Really, it's been time for him to drop. And stop wasting money, Jeb.
Stop.
You a money waster.
Yes.
Call us. We'll tell you some things you can do with that money.
Exactly.
$50 million, you can make a difference.
Yes.
He could go right down to Chicago, level some of them places, and build up beautiful communities
houses
with $50 million.
He can feed the homeless.
He can feed the homeless.
Yes, he can.
Or build a nice community for our veterans, our homeless veterans. Because you know, some of this here, the reason why we have wounded warriors was because of what his brother did when he sent people to Iraq and they had no business being in Iraq.
So he can at least pay some people back.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Next thing that's happening in the news, and y'all don't know about this here, but they may have heard it because it may be in the news now.
Yeah.
There's a new deal, a new spending deal called the Omnibus spending deal, you all. Okay, it's a bill that's passed, right? That they're supposed to be signing, and they're supposed to be signing on. They signed it on December the 17th. Okay. Okay. Now, inside of this budget bill, you all, there were some things put in like this here. President Obama Foreign Refugee Resettlement Program. This program will cost $1.6 billion, and he's going to be bringing in another 85,000 refugees in this country, and they're going to come from places like Syria, Somalia, Iraq, those type of places. That's included in the budget deal. Wow. And Paul Ryan and all of those is signing this here, right? We only had one person. Well, we didn't have one person, but Senator Sessions, he was like, hold up, you know. One more thing I didn't mention.
Go ahead.
H-1B visa.
Yes.
Also, they have foreigners coming over here, and they quadruple the H-1B visas that they were allowed to give out to foreigners. So that means that you're going to give out more H-1B visas for people to come over here in our country. And what they're going to do is they're going to take middle-class jobs or American people jobs, and it's going to drive down the wages.
Where's Donald Trump?
And then they want to know why everybody is voting for Donald Trump.
Yeah.
What they want to know why.
We need him in office now.
We need him in office now. Thank God for Senator Sessions, because he stood up and he said, listen, civilian labor force participation rate in the U.S. is approximately 62.4%. Now is not the time to advance legislation for the depressing wages and employment for the U.S. workers. Thank you, Senator Sessions, for standing up for us. Listen.
What are they trying to do,
I have no idea what they're trying to do, but this does not work for American people. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get. Listen, charity starts at home.
Yes.
I would not bring, if I got people in my house.
Yes.
I'm taking care of the people in my house.
That's right.
We need to take care of the people in America's house.
Exactly.
Why are you bringing in these people, making sure they have visas and all this kind of stuff, but you're not worried about what the American people have?
And isn't that going to fall back on a taxpayer?
That's going to fall back on the taxpayers, because when these refugees come over here, either they give them jobs or they will be able to pull off our system. Yeah. They sure will.
And then you got the people that's already here, that's American citizens, that have to for their own self.
They can't.
You're taking that money and giving it to outsiders, refugees that's coming over here, and not giving it to your own.
And what they did is they snuck this right there in the budget in fine print.
In fine print.
That's what they do.
How many pages was that about?
I think it was about 2,000 pages. So, so if the deal was on the 17th and it came out late the 16th or early the 17th morning, it'd probably take you all day to read them 2,000 pages.
All day.
And read the fine print. And read the fine print of these 2,000 pages of this budget deal. I think it's unfair to the American worker.
Yeah.
I think it's unfair. I think that people are not, when we send you to Washington.
Yes.
You don't want to do your job. It's time for us to vote people out of Washington.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to do your job and work for the American people, why are you there?
Wow.
And then y'all want to know why everybody wants to vote for Donald Trump. He's the only one concerned about that American worker.
Yes.
Hey, making sure that you come up, making sure that you thrive, making sure that you succeed.
Exactly.
And then you have our president and these other people. Yeah. Oh, well, let's bring in more people on H-1B visas. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Well, that right there is not going to work.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. And listen, what I want to urge people is this. You all better choose somebody that's going to work for you.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, when you look at everything and how it's going on, the only one I see that's going to work for the American people is Donald J. Trump. And I will advise everybody to ditch and switch your party now. If you go to ditchandswitchnow.com,
that's right.
You can switch your party to Republican so that you can vote for him in the primary.
Well, Diamond, I like something that you say.
What?
You said we already voted black. We already voted Democrat.
Yes.
Now it's time to take a chance.
And vote for the businessman, baby. That's right. We're going to have to do that because when you look at everything that's going on, it's not working for us.
It's not working for us.
And this is where the outrage comes. This is why people are mad. Why are they mad? They're mad because the system is not working for them.
That's right.
And you bringing in these outsiders and you like, hey, we're going to let this system work for you.
Exactly.
Or you have our border wide open where they can just cross our border.
Exactly.
And the system, they just pull, we just give them everything.
Well, why not take care of them in their own house?
I don't know why. But Donald Trump said, hey, we can build safe zones to take care of them.
In their own home.
But they don't want to do that. Obama is just really hung on bringing people over here on these visas and bringing in refugees. He's really hung on.
I have something that he can do. He can take his... Well, I got some advice I can give to Mr. Obama.
Okay, what is the advice? What
Obama can do, if he, instead of having all of these people come over here for him, what he need to do is go over there. Maybe he can go over there with them and then put Donald Trump in a house. You understand? That's what he can do. If he do that. Since he want all these people over here.
I just wish they would look out.
I mean, it's just like roaches. I mean, you got a house full of doggone roaches and you want more roaches to come up in there? I mean, I ain't calling human beings roaches, but what I'm trying to say to you is we have a problem here.
Well, you know, this is what's wrong with why Americans is mad at the establishment, mad at everybody. We send you to Washington to do a job, and you won't even do your job.
You won't even do your job.
You won't do your job. We will vote you out.
That's right.
Your job.
That's right.
Period. This is gonna have to happen. People are irritated with it. People are tired of it. So that's what's been in the news this week, you all. Oh, what a long week. Okay, Silk. Well, you know what?
What?
Who goes in that bowl of stupid?
Well, on this week, who goes into the bowl of stupid is a guy by the name of Danny Diaz. He happens to be Jeb Bush campaign manager.
Danny, y'all.
You go into the bowl of stupid.
He goes into that bowl of stupid, you all, because he is not advising Bush correctly. He needs to advise Bush like this. Your time is up. You're done.
That's right.
It's over. It's time for you to drop out of the race. Instead of having him waste all of this money where he could be donating that money to our veterans, to our homelessness, to our shelters, building back communities,
our schools, our roads.
And making this place great again.
That's right.
So shame on you, because some of the advice you give to your political career politician is not working.
It ain't working.
And if you can advise him like this. Drop out, Jeb.
Drop out.
Drop out. Get that bowl on out of here, girl.
Bye-bye.
Get that bowl on out of here. Okay, so you all know that Christmas, the holiday, is coming up.
Oh, yes.
I hope y'all ready. Listen, don't be acting crazy in your family house. I know how it is with the holidays. Y'all get around the table and then y'all want to start tripping.
Yes, we know.
Don't do that. Have a good time this year.
Yes.
What you doing? Well, we know what we're going to do.
Well,
I don't know what I'm going to cook. Somebody need to tell me what I have to make.
Well, we'll figure it out. But I want everybody, while they're on the holiday hiatus, watch our video.
Oh, watch our videos. That's right. Watch our videos.
Go back and rewatch them.
And don't forget, you all, like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. And if you go to Diamond and Silk store, you can still get some items for the holidays.
That's right.
Key in holiday in capital letters, and they give you a 20% discount.
That's right. One more thing. The Wall of Fame.
Oh, we got something called the Wall of Shame.
That's
right. Remember, y'all, we had something called the Wall of Shame. But you know what? We don't want to give that no attention no more.
No.
So we created something called the Wall of Fame. Now, explain it to him, Silk.
Well, the Wall of Fame is there on our website, diamondandsilk.com. You go there and click on it. You get to see all of the different people that is showing their love, that's giving their comments, that is talking about how they want Donald Trump in office. That's who gets our love, and that's who get our energy. The Wall of Fame.
I love it, Silk. I love it. Listen to y'all. I want y'all to remember, hate cannot reside where love and unity reside.
That's
okay?
Right.
Merry Christmas, y'all.
Merry Christmas.
Y'all have a great weekend. Bye-bye.